Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we're doing good here. Just this mic placement's a little weird. There we go. Okay. I think it's good there. Do not fuck with it. So, okay. Anyway, last time, what happened last time? Oh, we went to Zelfatol. Okay, I remember. The Exal, camp, I guess, or something. I don't know. And we're stopping Garuda, or Garuda summoning, because the Warriors of Darkness are trying to do that, and they're trying to pressure the beast tribes to summon more and more powerful gods and stuff. So, and they thought, let's put a stop to that, or at least beat them to it here. So, yeah. Then off, like, well, at least like Sari herself wouldn't know, but we saw that it's heavily implied, pretty much outright stated right there in the cutscene before. Ryonji is kind of like helping them a little bit. For what reason, we don't know yet. Or at least she doesn't know yet. I already know technically, but I'm trying to be in character to the fact that things that happen where she is not present, she's not going to know about it unless it's stated to her. So she'll play the dumb, kind of dumb like that in a sense. Obviously, we as an audience can see these things, formulate our own plans and theories and such, but not in the case of being in character. While your characters, there's certain things you're not going to know, realistically. So obviously we don't know that Arianji is taking part in this shit. We don't know that they come, that, you know, they're up to something else. It's, I don't know, it's kind of weird, like, what they're insinuating and all that. Okay, so, with that said, let's get back into character. Oh yeah, I remember the other thing that happened. Gabu. The little kobold child, he got tempered by Titan because his parents died. That guy is just shirtless, holy shit. Okay, anyway, no distractions. Okay, so let's go on and get into this and get into character. Here we go. Whoa, Sari. I trust you had a good night's rest. I was, at this moment, speaking with Thancred and Ishtola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Amric believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found. But we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flush with Ishgardian crystals. And with that in mind, I suggest we play Urianger another... Wait, where's Alice? She was here a moment ago, with Gabu. I found her. Okay. Is he still not responding? Oh. Alice. I know she's worried about him. Ah, let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? Yeah. Are you okay? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Yeah, we're all pretty concerned about what's going on with Gabu. Brother, Commander Bloden. Something tells me you're not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But, to answer your question, there's been no change. He will not speak or eat I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there. I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, aye. You needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom Command. Okay. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to... And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels it fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them. And never, ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alice. Thank you. He spoke. I think that was a good sign. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A thousand times over, there will be a reckoning. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fuck them up. Okay, where do we go? Oh, we gotta pray return to the waking sands. Okay, I'm running out. I'm down to 2. Oh shit. Okay. We got prey returned. Alright, my gosh, let's do this little flight. Sorry, I'm using you like this. Okay, so let's talk to Arianje. They said that he had something that'd be important to say. We have heard the glad tidings for Ogamoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa Lominsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Garun oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. Oh no. I just realized. The freaking Ascian. See, this is why you shouldn't trust Ascians. They manipulated them thinking, oh, you can save your world if you kill the warrior light and all that. Obviously, destroy this world for yours. Which is literally what Alphina was saying earlier in Zelphathov. He's like, you would doom our world to save yours. And... But it seems like when you trigger a calamity in our world, which is what they're trying to lead up to, it would destroy their world regardless. Or one of the other ones, I think. 7 times have they succeeded. Then of 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Oh yeah, 13 shards. And we've had 7 calamities. So 7 worlds were destroyed because of those calamities? Oh man. Aye. All this is my lady Memphilius. Spake unto thee. I've never heard speak in that kind of term. As for what becometh of these reflections when they and the source are rejoined. Frail flesh, undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow unto the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? It's true then! In essence, the verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh, and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to the transcendent light in the manner the warriors of darkness described, it would give way unto a void where none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of the soul which returns into the source may be born anew, saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on the subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. It would seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. And lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Scions did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rolgar. Oh, yeah. That was the whole thing with Wilred, and then I had to beat him up. Well, not him, but beat up his friends who were trying to kill me. Oh, poor Wilred. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Eileen Royu's... I almost called her Roya again. Eileen Royu's network of spies. Surely a jest, and yet it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such feelings being desperate enough to conspire with the Ascians, assuming they even know, or care, who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me, we must seek out the resistance group, which received the crystals without delay. Sari, Alize, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yeah, I've been there before. Oh. Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves, first hand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Man, Alizé's like really staring him down. Oh. We're getting a call. Alphinaud, Alizé, Seri, are you three listening? Good. I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smugglers' warehouses less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Oh, what a surprise. Then you have them, and the crystals too. What few remained? Regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Amigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of the local resistance group. Since Surimeric's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. And there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and her little helpers. Wait a moment. There's more. And I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one... and then why, the infamous Ivy herself. Oh, once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Ishtola next, but there's someone else... Oh, but is there someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. How did Urianger know about that? Alfie? I don't have a good feeling about this. What in the world has gone into her? It was twice now that we have sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. Yeah, right? Women. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Levier estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Ah, so that's how you guys know Urianger. That's kind of cute. He's like a friend of the family kind of thing. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though. Little Alamigo awaits. Huh. I'm surprised you didn't piece it together yet, Alfie, that Urianger literally just told us something that was not shared at all. Okay, over there. Still no sign of Thancred. I'll get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It's been a long day. Did you have something to say? Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Now, more than ever. Listen, Seri. If anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then. 2 more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. Are you sure you're okay? Let us pray that someone will be willing to speak with us about the resistance. Well, I helped these guys before, so they've been pretty open to me to say stuff. So to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamigan resistance operating here have been receipts of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the Resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Sari, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Alize and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. Alright. Divide forces. Doing our investigation. I'm going the wrong way. Okay. Who must I interrogate? That guy. He looks like he knows something. Ah, let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. The Griffin? Well, he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart. He's also inspired more than a few old dons to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder. The Garlands won't stop until we're all under the yoke. Shit. That doesn't sound good. I see you there. Going around asking questions. Looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems to talk a little Alamigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garlands, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, or with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that it's in the bloody Legion that they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Huh? The Resistance? Oh, damn Divide, no. It's not as if I'd be any use to him. If he sets store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the masks' bedtime stories. This is our lot. It's time we got used to it. Ow, my ankles. Okay, just walk it off. Alright. Rendezvous with everyone else. Alize? Well, that was easier than expected. There's no soul here who isn't eager to talk about our masked friends. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. That there's a Griffin guy that wears a mask. The Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. And despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope the revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. I mean, we can hope, but we can't really guarantee that, can we? Though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. If we're taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions. It may happen enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundobald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? Gundobald, yeah, I remember that guy. I'm gonna freak them out if I'm like walking around with this Garlean tech. To hear people speak of him, the Griffin sounds like a man in his middle years. If that's the case, just what has he been playing at for the past 2 decades? If he's so devoted to the cause, why has he waited until now to do something about it? Unless, of course, he hasn't. Now would please me more than to be wrong about all this. Yeah, I can see why. Hey, Gundobald. It just pleased me to see you again, Sari. I can't help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. Yeah, well, I mean, if it's the wrong kind of questions, I dare you guys to come and stop me. The Griffin. I know of him. as do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction with the resistance. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself as a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. Ah, I haven't either. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Alright. I'll head out over here. It's the closest exit. Ooh. Zoom out. Okay, there we go. Temple of Karn. Oh, that way. Okay. I remember. This is the temple with the bees. Ugh, not the bees. Alright, Alfie. We seem to be the only ones here. Are we early? Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Oh, they're inside! Shit, I thought we were early. Oh no, we're probably late. Okay, here we go. Let's check this out. Oh, we are just in time, I think.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you. For we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamegan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Albania once more!
Wow, okay. I can see why he's really charismatic.
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that.
Yeah.
Wait, is that...
Wait, what? What the... You guys been here the whole time?
What are you two doing here?
We can ask you the same thing.
I could ask you the same thing.
Oh, there you go.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
Yeah. And you didn't bother to write a letter or anything.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Sorry, I was trying to listen to his speech. Yeah, let's go somewhere else, I guess. But come on, guys. This whole time you were here. I'm kind of annoyed. Of all the places to meet, it has to be fate. Oh no, I meant to talk to Papalimo. Shit. Oh well. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you, though it was pretty obvious you and Sari would be fine. Well, I mean, yeah. In my case especially. I don't know about him, but... The Crystal Braves near had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were, and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believe that, forgive me, what exactly have you two been doing all this time? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. And that's right, they smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in little Alamigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scions' next generation, that Lodorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Aban had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters worse, or to make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving with me little choice but to entrust the letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. Clearly not. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. That's a little sketch. Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join its cause would welcome to join his cause would welcome our support. I should say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man, who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators. The masks. You're gonna complain about the masks. What? It's not as if I'm making all you wear one. And mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Right. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? We heard he was smuggling in crystals. Yeah. Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin... Well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made many such claims of late. I confess, I had assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is, assuming you'll have us. Yeah. You guys are still Scions. Do you honestly think he's planning to liberate Alamigo with the help of a primal? I mean, could it really be that stupid? Ida. One thing I know about people, and this is also including myself. You can't underestimate their stupidity. In retrospect, their tale is not so surprising. We had reason to believe they had escaped with the aid of Alamigan refugees, after all. Still, Tatara would be delighted to hear we have been reunited, once we have attended to matters here, of course. Ooh, food. If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as a group de facto's mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates. And while he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he could probably tell us the masked plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You enough and I will oppose his adventures, fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Ida and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part, that we might maintain the charade. Until we have him cornered, at least. Here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from the Taliban, and to have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? It's pretty simple. I'll take that. Thank you. It all seems simple enough. Thank you. And with that, Sari, let us be off. Yeah, let's go do this. Let's go punch that guy. Well, I want to punch him. I don't know about you, Alfie, but yeah. Okay, let's go through here then. Talbot. Oh, it was this guy. Okay. Well, don't look at me. You're the one with the sack of gil. You do have the sack of gil, don't you? It's fine, it's fine. I have it safe. Huh? You're by what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Oh yeah? Maybe my good. Would you maybe like to see my little friend here? Maybe you'd be willing to talk to him? Let's see. A heavy leather pouch entrusted to you by Papalimo. Not all problems can be solved with a fistful of gil. For the rest, one must needs resort to a sack. Well, you're the ones with the gil, and seeing as you're friends with Papalimo... There. Tunic and slobs for the both of you. Tailored and, treated to your tastes. Now, off with you, before someone sees us together. Funny what money can do, huh, Alfie? Makes some loose lips, doesn't it? Clothes make it the man, as they say. Alright then, I'll go and change, and see you at the spot Papalimo marked on our maps. Okay. That tree, huh? Okay, give me a second, give me a second. There, I look like a pleb. Are you ready? Well, look at us. Pair of down-a-hill adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game. Yep, the waiting game indeed. Ah, here they are.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
Yes, hello there. What is up, my fellow comrade?
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal.
Oh, that was a little on the nose, Alfie.
Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
Oh, that's why, okay, that's why you're being coming out really strong with that.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals.
Right. So.
You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal.
Huh?
We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
Oh, now it's Ifrit.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honourable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
To do whatever it takes. Been hearing that quite a bit lately.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amolja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Okay, so what does that leave us? To go and stop Ifrit?
Then let us be off.
Wait, why are you looking at
Are
me?
you perchance the warrior of light?
Depends who's asking. You want to fight me?
Aye, I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave woman can make a difference.
Oh.
You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago.
That was you?
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
Oh. I have mixed feelings about this.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head.
Okay, out of character that I want to add. Definitely like this at Papalymo's, like the voice actor. Better than the ARR one. Because the ARR one was a little grating on the ears to hear him talk, to be honest.
Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
I'm kind of regretting my past choices a bit. I mean, I know I helped those people in Cornwall make the medicine. On the other hand, I was also being very enthusiastic about amputating him, or whatever the infection was. And then when I found him, I did contemplate killing him as a mercy. But then his friend came up right at the last second, so you know, had to play it off. That I wasn't going to kill him. That was that noise. Ugh. Bugs. Gross. Quarry Mill, he said. Do you remember? Oh yeah, I remember. Forgive me, you cannot be expected to recall every name and face. And besides, it's not as if it matters. I have long admired how you live in the present. How you focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Siri. We must find and secure those crystals. There's no time for looking back. You know what? You have a point there, Alfie. I cannot sit here regretting my past mistakes. Or regrets, I guess. Still. I was this close to killing him back then. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Amalja. We must apprise Alizé of all we have learned. I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I have changed. I mean, can I hide behind those rocks over there? That rock over there? Oh wow, this desert does not have much to hide behind. But I have no shame in changing right here. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. I don't want the whale. Go away. Alright, this works. Hold on. That's the, Alamigo, like, flag, I guess. Oh, Thancred's here. Hey. Kept you waiting, huh? My apologies. Ah, that's much better. Subterfuge was never my strong suit. You prepare for battle, then? Oh yes, I am so ready. I am always ready for battle. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings? Yeah, the crystals are in Zaharak, and they might summon Ifrit. You may tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Ida and Papalimul were here all along? Well, Ishtola will be relieved, and also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Amalja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as they speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. Yeah, let's go. And even if they do summon Ifrit, I want to kill him. Because that's going to be fun. And so they go forth, in accordance with the Griffin's plan. The players gather to assume their marks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long, the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. One life for one world. All seems calm here. Is it possible that we've been deceived? You'd think there'd be more obvious signs that something was afoot. But if anything, the place seems quieter than I remember it. I have a bad feeling about this. I've been having a bad feeling for a while. I confess I expected a warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions. Not until we have braved the Bowl of Embers. I mean the Bowl of Embers. Bow. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. Several cutscenes, huh? I am ready. Alright, into the Bowl of Embers we go.
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
You know what, you're right. Maybe because they're dead?
Willingly, no.
Oh, it's these guys.
Ah, the saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
To be fair, we
know,
killed a lot of
you're right.
Ixal and Zelvatol.
Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it.
Is that so?
But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos.
Oh, I like that. No, not the chaos part, but you're threatening me. That means you want to fight.
One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, you can try. Oh, let me go after this guy. Aww.
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
I mean, he seems pretty happy about it.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
It's really funny because originally...
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
You did not just say that.
Alizé!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Oh, a sword. That looks cool.
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
There you go. That's the spirit, I'll say.
Let's finish this.
Yes. I've been waiting for this for a good while. Oh, come on, loading screen. You're holding me down. Alright, I should pull this up a little bit. And let me see. Where is you? You're the one I'm gonna go after first. Alright, there we go. I feel better. Oh wait, get rid of the healer. Oh wait, let me put this down for you. Ah. Get out of here. Alright, who is hitting me? What the? They get resummoned. Oh. Invulnerable. Does that mean I have to hit you? Alright, well this is not going to be that easy apparently because they just keep coming back. That's pretty annoying. Alright, well now I can smack you around. Oh, really? Alright, let me just take out the healer then. Fetters? What? God damn it, I can't break free. Yeah, me either. Oh, this is cheap shit, man.
It ends now.
Oh, hey.
What?
The chains!
Oh, wait, what's... I'll hide that.
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Yeah, I was gonna say, talk like him. Oh.
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
Something behind the goggles and the hood and everything. It was actually hot.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us.
Yeah, you were very
I
suspicious of
expect
him.
a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady. By thy leave.
There's a lot of arcanists
Even
here.
odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Sounds like fun.
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it
Okay.
alone, but together we can defeat them.
Okay, I like this. You have a plan. You boys ready? Let's kick some ass.
Make ready! They come!
The Maker's Ruin! Warrior Lights theme. Full combat theme. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Oh, you trying to fight me? Really? Ah, get out of here. Alright, give me a second, I'll say. I've got to kill this guy real fast. Oh, you can resist, huh? God damn it, man. Get out of here. Alright, thank you. Blade of Light. Channel, channel, channel. Hurry, Sue, give me your ether. I'm trying. It's not. Aw, man. Land hairs. You wanna fight me? Well, that's stupid of you. Oh. And move this away from my friends. Alright, I'll give me their ether. They're whirling up within you. Ah, fuck. Get out of the way. There. Now he's not in my way. Okay. I really want to hit you, though. Just because you pissed me off for what you said. Sarah the Ranger, you must stop her. Yeah, I'm already killing her. There we go, easy peasy. Oh. Wait a minute. Fucking get out of here. It's you. There, she's dead. Are you really... God damn it. Get out of my way. There. That'll show you. I'll beat your ass 1,000. Are you fucking serious? Yeah, okay. That'd be nice if you pull them off for a minute. Oh, there we go. We beat them. That's it, we've got them. Alright, I'll just keep smacking him around though. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
No. Not like this.
Ah, that was satisfying. I beat them all up once, except for the Black Mage, I guess. That's a bad thing about Black Mage. You gotta stand there still, doing a long cast. Didn't help you much, did it?
Alize, are you hurt?
I think she's just tired.
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
Yeah, see? She's okay. Walk it off. Good girl.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
I mean... okay, well, I don't... I was kind of pulling back a little bit.
We are far from finished.
Mostly because they just keep coming back, so I didn't see a point like intentionally try to kill him.
Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
I mean, even if I asked, you wouldn't even tell me, would you? Would you? What's with a smirk?
Crystals? You mean, like the Scions?
Just so. As the Scions flee unto the rift twixt planes with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Right. Because the warriors are light. Or at least they were in their world. I'd assume.
Eloquent, as always. Aye. Like the Scions, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Yes we can. I've done it a few times already.
Wait!
What?
Such methods as the Scions employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
Wait, what are you getting at? What?
At long last you see. To save our world, we gave our lives.
You killed yourselves? In your world? To get here?
We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light.
Oh. That's...
But
just
word
like
of our
me.
deeds spread. And soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right.
Just like me.
We fought. And we fought and we fought until there was no one left to fight. We won. And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
And you'll do whatever it takes. Put every ounce of willpower into it, wouldn't you?
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
For those you've lost, for those you can yet save. They all have one. Wait, what are they doing?
To have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
My crystal? Oh, that's the first one I found. Wait, what? Is it supposed to be... Okay. I'm trusting this on Oriange. What the... Something is happening and I'm not sure what. Wait. What? We're here? All of us.
What is this place?
I've been here a couple times.
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Minfilia? Oh. This
your
is...
cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
This is gonna be heavy for Thancred.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the first, The light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
So it hasn't reached that point.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
He's understandably angry.
As the Scions must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light.
That's all he needed to hear, I think.
Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
Oh.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength long sought. And in treating with the Scions, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves. The first.
The first shard?
Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
Alphinaud, she's already dead. In a sense.
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Oh.
Long have I watched you from Hydaelyn's side. Watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn.
Yeah. I basically, like, I mean, I did me, but I did mean that I did what you asked.
The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers.
Tupsamati.
Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsamati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
I guess it's safer in my hands, huh? Thank you.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
I do like that they're like the 5 main races, you know, that the game first started with.
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
Okay. I'll remember that.
Tis a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph.
Yeah, those were the days, weren't they? Wasn't it? I always came back and you were always smiling in relief.
Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
I think you're doing a lot as it is to help them. You're saving a world. I'll watch this one. You leave it to me. Oh, it's Flamine.
Thank you, Flamine, for everything.
Oh. I mean, she said bye to her adopted dad, brother, older brother. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what Tancred is to her. Obviously some kind of family figure. And now she said bye to Flamine, her adopted mom. Well, I'm surprised you guys all got to see that. This is what I deal with pretty frequently. Zanrak. Tancred. Art. I know you just saw me, Philia. Are you... I'm just scared to even ask if you're okay, to be honest, because it seems like a dumb question. Oh. Not in the mood to talk. Okay. Speak thy mind. I do not expect thy forgiveness. Oh. Though things did not unfold as perhaps. I mean to say, I truly believe that she... Forgive me. I should not have spoken. It is not my place. It would seem we are in southern Dandelion again. Mephilia is doing, no doubt. May the 12 speed her on her way. And the Warriors of Darkness, too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that was their wish. They just wanted to go home. Oh, destined to die a hero and live on as a mechanized servitor. Really? The ending to mark a new beginning. Oh, forgive me. My thoughts were elsewhere. And this when I know full well there is yet to work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back to Zaharak and secure them. The Amaja will be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you... Don't have to do this, I know. But I want to. I'll see you at the Rising Stones. Elfina, I think he needs a distraction after that. I should go and find Ida and Papalymo. They must have finished searching the mask's camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. Alize? You must be tired, Sari. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of my independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior Darkness in the Ascian and White of the Great Library. I try not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were our intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared he had simply betrayed us. Or that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did. That you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Sari, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I will gladly escort thee into the refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior light. Well, damn, that was pretty heavy to deal with. Alright, let's go Kimchi. That's bad. I don't know how I would feel if I was in Arbert's shoes. That's what they call them, right? Arbert? Okay. I'm stuck. I mean, what if I did everything that up until Praetorium and all up to the Praetorium with the ultimate weapon, and you know, oh yeah, I saved the world from that, and then suddenly a calamity just happened right then and there because of what I did. I would feel frustrated just like him. I have yet to tell them what happened in Zaharak. I thought it best to do so together. Okay. Ah, there you are. We finished our search, in case you were wondering. Alright, let's do this. Well met, Sari. Alphinaud said you would be joining us. To seeing the Griffin's doubt, or double, was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the mask's camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? Actually... a lot of shit happened, honestly, between then and now. I don't believe it. The crystals, Menphilia, all of it. It's just... I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida, even now. I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. Hold on. Sorry, I choked on my spit. Okay, the only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet, but also affirming. Alphinaud, I believe it is past time Eda and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives, and I hope that we might, in turn, offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. God, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. Oh man, don't we have some stories to tell you. We should be glad to recount them, and Tataro's tales may well surprise you. Yeah, she's pretty good at telling stories from what I heard. Wait, what? Gundobald? Ida? Ida! Rocket be praised, it is you! Ada, alive and standing here before me, in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Alive? Why did you emphasize... Oh, come now, has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundobald. I fought beside your father in the revolution. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Aye, Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission, until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst. But here you are, alive and well. Looking nary a day older. Nary a day older? Oh, well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here. The Scions. Sorry, we were still the Circle of Knowing back then, right. Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will. But right now, I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. That was kind of a hurried explanation. And she was quick to run off. Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. Okay. We're not going to discuss her behavior? Hell's take me for giving you that mask. There we go. I'll drink some water in the meantime. Okay, that's better. Oh yeah, over here. The Rising Stones. Oh. Huzzah! Have you heard, Zeri? Eden and Papalimor returned. We have not had a chance to speak, but the mere sight of them has enough to raise our spirits. Huzzah! Many of our number are still out in the field, but I believe Ultra's party should be returning shortly. Hey, Flamine. You needn't say a word, Zeri. I know. I know. Wherever she wanders, no matter how far, she will always be with us. Oh. When you think about it, we have accomplished quite a lot in recent days, have we not? Though there are, of course, some few regrets for missed opportunities. A pity we were unable to deal with Ilbert and the Braves, once and for all, for example. Yeah. That's a big shame. Welcome home, Zeri. I trust your journey was uneventful. You'll be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Ishtola and Kryl and brief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at the earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. Oh yeah, we're all together again. Finally. Look at us, all reunited again. Although Alize and...
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this.
Uh-huh.
Not since after Minbreda.
Oh.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be.
I mean, the help we got up north, it was only to help, it was a temporary thing, that, until we rebuilt ourselves again.
Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts.
Oh.
And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found.
Yeah, the last one...
Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
I mean, she wants to join, so why not?
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Scions as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Aw. Thanks, man.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
The new Imperial Viceroy. That's the second time that was brought up. So far, anyway.
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities.
Oh, come on. You know you want to.
That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable. And we've always got her to keep us from bickering.
Yes. Nice, she's
but I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Oh, right. Amric asked that too. What next? Well... to strive for those we have lost, for those who can yet save.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Well said, Ishtola. Well said. I really wanted to go after a bigger target or something. You know, bigger things to do and hunt and fight. Oh look, they're back. Same as it ever was. It would seem that I'm a scion then. Some derive comfort from such titles, but I cannot say that I feel any different from before. Well, mayhap a twinge of pride. As agreed, we shall spend the coming moons conducting our own independent research. Should you have need of our services, however, you are of course welcome to seek us out. Oh, I did not think I would be bested so easily again. When my competition with Lady Ida has ended, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall crown a new champion of the squat. The squatting thing, that challenge. It's passing strange to think that we may never see Lady Minfilia again. After witnessing so many of our missing comrades return to us, I dare to hope that she might one day do the same. Oh, yeah. It's official then. Gods, I hope I don't regret this. I thought the same thing too when I first joined. I hope I don't regret this. Leave it to me, Sari. I'll make sure she's properly introduced to everyone. Oh, okay, she just said, okay. I suppose I should not be surprised. With everyone standing in a circle delivering grand proclamations about their future endeavors, she naturally felt obliged to make up one of her own. It may be argued that the great sundering of the source was an aberration, and the existence of the 10 and 3 reflections an offense to the natural order. That, most assuredly, is the Ascians' belief. So it's in the hope of opening my eyes to said revelation that they first came unto me, imagining it sufficient to secure mine allegiance. Really? Nor would they have been mistaken, were my heart a temple to truth alone. But as a devoted follower of Master Louisoix's teachings, and for the love I bear him, and his, I hearken not to their words. I have Sir Abric's assurances that the Temple Knights will henceforth keep a close eye on the Ishgardian crystal trade. Oh, and he extends his deepest apologies for your dinner having been cut short. Courteous fellow, isn't he? You would never guess he was a politician. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Trouble in paradise, huh? Oh, I hear you laughing. All these little mistakes are beginning to add up, Aenor. You must try harder to remain focused. I'm doing my best, Ocher. I am. I just can't seem to clear my mind. I keep thinking about you, and your brother, and me. I don't think I needed to know that. Look at them, Sari. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here, and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together. Oh, what's happening here?
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
I mean, I kind of want to save it as, like, you know, backup Blade of Light, but okay. Then again, it wasn't enough.
Thank you. I shall guard it well.
Alright, as you should. Alright, see you around.
There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Oh, there's a quest title drop. Well done, brother. You have resumed your normal duties and rejoined the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all in that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you could say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be a host to a surfeit of light or dark. A world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Ah. Fucking Nidhogg's eyes. The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. So it's here all along. Fucking Nero, what now? Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are gonna have so much fun. No retreat, no surrender. Oops, sorry. My word, Sari, I must confess to some considerable amazement at the great trials and tribulations you and the others have recently overcame. Yeah, it was pretty intense. I must again apologize for our prolonged absence, and for the fact that we have yet to answer your many questions. As for Ida, well, All things in time, I suppose. And there I was worried about how to brief Papalimo on the many momentous events which you have borne witness to in recent memory. Little did I know I need only leave Hori to it. So Alphinaud, we all know he's got his mind made up. The Crystal Braves are no more. It's all over. Bam! You haven't got to go home, but you can't say you haven't. What? Hold on. You haven't got to go home, but you can't stay here. For real, he's not having it. Won't even let old Alfie finish. The fact that he said that you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Oh, I guess I was just so caught up in thinking about, well, everything that I dozed off for a moment. I've been thinking, Sari, when time allows, we should go and pay a visit to Gabu with Alize. Now, their time together was short. I know she felt a kinship with the young child. Aw, Gabu. I told her everything that happened. She needed to know, and I thought it would be best if it came from me. It's strange to think back on the circumstances of our first meeting. We were all so very young, so foolish, so powerless. And that moment she departed this realm for the first, I heard her speak to me. I know this to be true, just as I know that she will one day return to us. In those final moments, she was smiling, was she not? She was proud and hopeful and looking to the future. So I will too, Sari. I will. Wait a minute, why is there... I wonder if it has anything to do with this little guy covering him up in those flashback scenes. It's not as though I do not enjoy the company of so many motivated youths. However, without Elsadar around, I cannot help but feel somewhat isolated. He got carried away with his training, lest you wonder, and injured his back. Aliana has been looking after him ever since. That tends to happen, yeah. Oh, as if you wouldn't try to get rid of me at the first opportunity. Don't you drag me into this mess. But as I have a precocious sibling too, and I'm sure she'd be happy to join us. Oh. Haha, believe me, I know all too well the burden that is a precocious sibling. We should trade tales over a drink sometime, perhaps even with the four of us. Clemens wants no part of this shit. Oh no, I meant to talk to Alice. Sorry, there we go. It's been overwhelming, quite frankly. Having spent so much time on the road, often by myself. Yet, I would try to approach this as a learning experience, as I did my travels. Had I not kept an open mind, after all, I doubt I would have been able to master the ethereal blade. I know I've been benefited from the rather pointed advice I received. There is no one path, as some are given to say, and there is wisdom in exploring every school of magic, as there is an exploration of all things. Ah, Sari, just the hair I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. The Diamond Forge? Isn't that up there? The Diamond Forge. I don't think this is it. I went too far. Oh, right here. Okay, what am I waiting for exactly? I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Perfectly still? What are you talking about? Wait, what? Wait, what is this? Why are they looking at me like that? Are they trying to fight me? Right, everyone? Ready to go to work? Work? What work? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Wait, what? Hehehe. Oh. No, don't, please, don't touch that. I feel violated. There, all finished. The warrior lights every measurement from heroic head to intrepid toe. Yeah. I don't know if that was worth it. Oh, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Sari. All in good time. Okay, so I won't know if it was worth it. That they touch me in places. Aha! Found you. What's up? Alfina wants everyone to Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. Okay, we're back.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you,
Get right to the
Elise.
point. I love it.
It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the warriors of darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I like how Krauser's
I did not
smiling.
mean to... That was not my intention.
Oh, you mean this devastation was not your
As my
intention?
tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Yeah, that's also true. And I don't know if being a soldier on the field really fits you, Alphanod.
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede she might struggle to balance her new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And just adventuring in
Thancred
general.
makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
Alright, that doesn't sound good, guys. What the?
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We have some healers around.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Yeah, maybe being a
You're too brave for your own
sneaking
good.
around's not good.
What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
You're kind of like saying that a bit casually, Ida.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. Ah, but I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn
Which
Ida
one?
and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
Oh.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
Oh man.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
Oh shit, that doesn't
His plan
sound
is
good.
flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I shall depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric and encourage him to send an envoy.
Okay, you got it.
Tataru, Krile, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
That was really good, Ishtola.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Well, this seems to be escalating. After conferring with Ishtolo, we have decided to focus our attentions on the East Shroud. Someone needs to keep an eye on the border, not to mention the Sylphs. Oh, that's right. If the Sylphs feel endangered or threatened, they might summon Ramu again. I hate leaving Nago like this, but I know Crown Tatara will take good care of her. Tatara Crow took that resistance fighter to more private chambers that she might recuperate in peace. The poor girl was in quite a state, wasn't she? Oh, so they're just hanging over here, huh? We have some training in the healing arts, so we shall take turns with Mistress Kyle in caring for her patient. Ocha in particular seems rather eager to learn from the experience. Mistress Kyle and Archon Ishtola are truly exceptional healers, and 'twas an honor to witness their ministrations firsthand. If only I could tend to my brother's battle hurts with such proficiency. I have much study yet ahead of me. Even when casting the same incantation, the mastery of each practitioner greatly affects the efficacy of the spell, a principle that was aptly demonstrated to our two young mages here. I'm scared what Eeyore's asking here. I believe she said her name was Monago. Her cause appeared to have been genuine, but I must confess to feeling no small degree of trepidation even as I stepped aside. I really want to know what she's saying. We were all surprised by our sudden visitor, but Hori was able to gauge the situation at a glance. He realized Mikote posed no immediate threat and permitted her to enter. So that's how she got in? He let her in? But that didn't mean he was alert for some manner of trap. Ah yes, mayhap the other is the finer man after all. Are you comparing the brothers? That's a little mean, but okay. I wonder what else Adair would have to say about our wounded visitor. His own injuries yet keep him abed. I didn't miss having a cup of tea alongside his usual observations. Oh, he's lonely. He's like, I want my friend. Although, I mean, we probably could do that, but maybe now it's time we really kick this off into high gear. I really want to do these sets of quests. I'm saying this out of character, of course. So that way, I mean, I just want to get them done before we really start Stormblood, which now that I've seen this happen, with Monago and all that, we're getting kind of close. Okay. Alright, I remember this. My thanks for coming. And he had like the weird name. Okay. Okay. Oh god. Unukalai is my name, and I serve a friend. I saw you out that I might alert you to the rising threat of the beings known as icons. You are aware of the threat, you say? Ah, but I speak not of the primals, with which you are exceedingly well acquainted. It may interest you to know that the term icon and the beings to which it refers precede the Guardian Empire by eras. You see, it is the name by which the Allagans call the godlike beings, the dark divinity Odin among them. and the Guardians who seek to emulate the glory of ancient Alag have simply availed themselves of it. Pray permit me to continue the tale. Ah, Orianshi, how kind of you to join us. As a warrior light's comrade, my participation is but to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain to the very fate of this star. The icons unveiled in the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Allagan Empire. However, they eventually fell to the men of Allag, who devised the means by which to capture them. As it did not end with capture, as you well know, for the Allagans also learned how to harness the icon's power. They refined this knowledge at the Ichtherochemical Research Facility on Azizla, and within the centrifugal crystal engine, they sealed 3 of the beings, the Warring Triad. 'Twas first and foremost to acquire the infinite power of the Warring Triad that the Archbishop did seek Azizla. But in the wake of his defeat, the bindings which confined the icons were severely damaged. Doubt not but that they will fail completely ere long. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down the Archbishop. You were simply fulfilling your destiny, and yet, were the Warring Triad to be released into the world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Take heart, for there is hope still. Through swift action, we may yet prevent their awakening and see them resealed. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be to contend with the old. 2 savage gods are returned, I fear, summoned once more by their worshippers, and in a strength far surpassing the previous incarnations. I speak of the primals Ravana and Bismarck. If left unchecked, they will inevitably seek to seize the power of the Warring Triad. This will serve to feed the confluence of chaos, and hasten the icon's awakening. To wit, we must needs vanquish both their kinds. I pray thee, however, to first focus thy gaze upon the primals, ere we return our attention to those icons in their fitful slumber. I shall return to Wigan Sands forthwith, and consider such measures as are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend to the task of eliminating the primals. Young Unukai shall assist thee. Rest assured, he is not our enemy, for the time being, at least. What does that mean? Alright, what did he mean that you weren't our enemy for the time being? That sounds... What is this? Wait, doesn't this unlock extreme? Oh, you're too close to me. The time has come, warrior light. We must move against the Warring Triad now, or suffer the consequences. The seal is cracked, and the icons stir. Should they be allowed to awaken and resume their titanic conflict, it will be like to the coming of a second calamity. You, Sari, represent our best hope of eliminating this threat. Okay. That said, the very act of entering the containment facility itself presents certain unique challenges. So unique, in fact, that I struggle to locate an individual with the requisite talents to surmount them. Were it not for the impressively diverse connections of your fellow Scions, I might still be searching. Happily, however, they were able to furnish me with a suitable candidate. Now, along with you and your echo-blessed companions, all the pieces we need to proceed with this deadly game are arrayed, and upon the board. Victory hinges upon no less than the total destruction of the Warring Triad. But we must also wear the interference of those who covet the Allegant's primal harnessing technology. I speak, of course, of the blindly grasping hand of the Garlean Empire and its fumbling agents. The ignorant meddling of the Empire will serve only to hasten the Icon's awakening. It is my master's desire that the trial be dispatched before Imperial forces delve too deeply. Being the nearest to wakefulness, the Icon Sephiroth shall be your first adversary. Make your preparations and join me on the flagship in Osisla. We shall speak further there. Okay, well, good thing you backed off, because you were, like, right there my chest bit, so... I'm only letting it slide because you're a kid. Still, I think you don't look that young, so I think you would know better. Okay. Here we are in Azazla. You know, they really should have put an etherite. Sorry, I was gonna say ether crystal for some reason. They really should have put an etherite on the freaking flagship so you don't have to keep doing this shit. Flying up to it. Whoa, actually, wait, can I fly through that? Oh wait, no, this is solid. Okay. But this part isn't. Interesting. Am I supposed to meet up with him? Oh wait, down here? This is the place where light here will find the containment facility where an entity's incalculable power lie chained. Their fathomless energy is siphoned away by elegant devices. As I warned you, Sephiroth poses the most immediate threat. His dreaming mind drifts perilously close to the consciousness. Thus must his destruction be our first concern. Okay, easy peasy. Your fellow Scions will be joining us anon, accompanied by the uniquely talented individual of whom I spoke. From what I gather, the two of you are already well acquainted. Let's continue inside and wait for the doors to the containment facility. We've not been waiting long, I trust. We're eager to lend whatever cooperation we made to your mission, Sari. Yep, same here. Thanks for joining. So, what do we do again? It is an honor to meet you at last. As I know of only one other Mikote Scion, you must be Archon Y'shtola. Meaning, your diminutive companion is Mistress Trial of the students of Baldessian, correct? Diminutive? Perhaps there has been some mistake. I assumed it was for my knowledge and not my stature that you requested my assistance. Ahem, the mistake is mine. My apologies that I have given offense. Mayhap it would be best if we proceed directly to the matter of our objectives. Your adversary is the Icon Sephiroth of the Warrior Triad, otherwise known by the historians of Alag as the Fiend. He was once a patron deity to a tribe of tree-like beings, native to Mericidia, but was subdued by the Allegan Empire after a lengthy war of attrition. After his defeat, he was imprisoned for use as a source of power. Even now, Sephiroth's neither truly living nor dead. His mind bound in a dream, while his body's energies are harnessed by Allegan technologies. The explanation for his failure to dissipate to ether lies in his restraints. These ingenious devices serve not only to bind him, but to continuously regenerate his corporeal form. Meaning it would be impossible to banish him while said restraints are in place, yes? Remove them, however, and we risk allowing an unfathomably powerful and doubtless vengeful icon to run rampant. It seems we had no choice but to divide our forces. One team must locate the controls of the Sephiroth's shackles and disable them, while the other stands ready to destroy him at the moment of his awakening. A most succinct session, Mistress Kyle. While I was aware that the Echo provided you with uncanny insight, I didn't expect you to intuit the core of my strategy quite so swiftly. If only my gift offered such detailed analysis, which is to say, it doesn't. I merely look it upon myself to learn as much about the Triad's imprisonment as I could before coming here. It'll be Sari and I, after all, who enter the Icon's den. But I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be like doing most of the work. I mean, she can't do much otherwise. She's not a fighter. Indeed, given the nature of our adversary, none save those under the aegis of the Echo should be permitted to enter the containment facility. The risk of primal influence is too great. Well, that's that settled then. I will disable the restraints, and Sari and her gifted adventure friends will welcome Sephiroth back into the waking world. Better that than the other way around, I'd say, considering our respective fields of expertise, and of course my diminutive stature. Right, it's time I had a little chat with the doorkeeper over there. Boop, boop. Activating verification systems, lifting access restriction to Triad control. I had no idea that Baldessian curriculum was so comprehensive. When we locate the controls for Sephiroth's restraints, I shall gladly leave the operation to you. Okay. Well, when we locate the controls, may have my words grown clear. Only those blessed with the Echo may safely enter the facility. Your concern for my sanity is touching, but unnecessary. Suffice it to say, I am in no charge of falling under the Icon's way. So you have the Blessing of Light? Boop, boop. Warning. Verification systems detect multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Security systems engaging intruders. The Garleans. Come, Mirage. We must keep the Imperials occupied. We too should be on our way. Gods, I would be lying if I said I wasn't slightly terrified, but I can't very well leave every deadly task to you, Scions. According to the history, Sephiroth was immense in both size and strength, mighty enough to rout even the implacable armies of the Allegans, and that more than once. To cut a long story short, we have to get this right. I should do my best not to waken the Icon up too much. As my grandfather always said to say, as my grandfather always used to say of certain little monsters, get them up and get them moving while their brains are still abed. Alright, here we go. Fighting Sephiroth. We'll pause there though because I'm feeling pretty tired, and I do want to focus more on just this bit of the story basically. of the Warring Triad. I think it'd be good. Anyway, leaving it on its own, so let's see, we'll pause here. Broadcast settings. Okay, and with that,